Well, greetings everybody. I hope your week is off to a fine start. I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living, and thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm back in Alabama. Those little weekend, those overnight trips go by way too quickly. I need like a little 3 or 4 day getaway to just some fresh scenery or whatever. But it's a beautiful day here and blue skies. It's going to warm up a little bit today, so no complaints. Wanted to start out the week talking about some raw food diet changes coming. I'm getting more centered these days, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. I do videos every day on the raw vegan lifestyle, plant-based diet in general, a little bit of fitness. Sometimes I talk a little bit about my meditation practice or just do some readings on the weekend. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you would subscribe now, hit that button, then click on the little bell and send notifications to say stay subscribed to the channel, and all your YouTube channels, go check that and do it. You know, I go through cycles with my eating and I just go by how my body leads me. I don't try to frustrate people, but you're going to be frustrated 8 out of 10 times, maybe 9 out of 10 times, asking me why on things, because to be quite honest, there's not a whole lot of why. There's not a whole lot of why in a lot of the stuff that I do, other than it's just time for it now. So those questions kind of frustrate me because they come in and I'm like, I don't want to just like disregard them or whatever, but it's just, you know, I'm not that normal. I'm not a normal type person. I'm a little bit weird like that. I just kind of go where my body leads me, and I trust the timing. I trust the timing, to be quite honest. I really listen, and somehow, maybe it's imaginary, maybe it's whatever, but it hasn't steered me wrong yet. I don't sit down and read stuff or see what everybody else is doing and jump on, oh, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to cleanse, or I'm going to do blah, 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 or I'm going to go clean, or that's totally up to some sort of internal mechanism. But I have felt it coming a little bit later. I've been eating pretty heavy since I got back to the States. Now, as I say pretty heavy, I guess heavy's relative. You know, I actually was wanting to gain a little bit of weight, so for the last 6 months back in the States, like I was telling somebody the other day, all I've really wanted to do is eat and lift, just animal, just eat, and eat heavier. I've eaten a lot more cooked food since I've been here. I just got back from a weekend. I ate I ate pretty somewhat heavy. When I say heavy, not heavy like you're thinking. I damn sure didn't go to the KFC. I wasn't, just scarfing down food. But you guys know what I mean. And if you've been watching me for a while, it doesn't take much to be considered heavy after the way I was able to eat when I was in Costa Rica, where I had access, to abundance all the time. So I don't know, maybe I'm just starting to getting ready for that transition, even though it's over a couple of months away till I go to Costa Rica. But yeah, I'm going to slip and start kind of getting ready. I feel like too, I've been scattered energy. Like if this mass that is Jack is energy, it's just kind of been scattered, frenetic. You might even see it in the videos sometime. I go back and watch various videos and I can go, oh yeah, that's why I'm kind of like I am in that video, because I was doing this or I was doing that at the particular time. So the changes are just going to be just to get real simple for a while. And it's not only good for the body from time to time, but it's actually very freeing to the mind, because all I plan on doing, okay, I'm getting mostly bananas, although I did get some excellent mangoes this weekend. I got some of those Kent mangoes that I was getting back about 4 months ago. Just out of nowhere, I decided I'm going to go check out my little Asian market, so I got some mangoes. But I don't know, sometime the last couple of days I said, you know what, I'm just ready to really simplify and do a lot of mono meals and just eat some very simple stuff. The mangoes are going to need a few days to ripen, so I'm actually thinking I'm just going to groove on mostly bananas for the next few days. And even when the mangoes ripen, and there's some I've got access to those Caracara oranges. I don't know if I talked about them last week. They're really good, but basically that's going to be about it, unless the body says, hey, let's have a little bit of that. But for breakfast this morning, I had about 7 or 8 bananas, little bit of cinnamon, and just a little bit of water, just enough water, you know what I'm talking about, where it has that real creamy consistency, just like a banana shake, not cold though. And I'm pretty much thinking today's just going to be bananas. I had that, for, like I said, for breakfast. When I get finished with this video, do a little editing, get it started uploading, and a couple of other things done, I'm gonna go to the gym. By the time I get back from the gym, it should be about anywhere between 12 and 1 o'clock, and I'm probably just gonna duplicate that and have the same thing again. Then I've got bananas in the freezer, so probably today that'll be banana and ice cream. So boom. Now I may stay on this for a while, and I'm going to load up on bananas too, because obviously if I'm just eating bananas, I'm going to need a lot of bananas during the day, because I'm not really cutting back on calories. There might be some days that I eat less just because I don't feel like eating more, but I'm going to keep my volume. I'm generally planning on keeping my volume up, although I might have a little twist coming in a week or two. We'll see. But yeah, that's basically it. It's not any big, if you brought out those pen and pencils and notebooks and whatever to write stuff down, that's it. I'm going to eat fruit. I'm going to get back to like mostly fruit. The one thing I will do is I'm not even going to eat the greens I'm going to lay off the chewing and eating physical greens for a while, but the only thing I'll use kind of outside of the fruit is I'm going to continue to use my daily green boost so I can get some of those minerals in there. So I really like the daily green boost, and I'll probably use some spirulina a little bit and some cinnamon. But outside of that, it's just I'm just going to see where the fruit takes me for a while. Now, if I went to the curb market this morning, and I guess since the holiday today, Dr. Martin Luther King Day, even our little curb market was closed. I was planning on just going nuts and buying every good Caracara orange they had left, regardless of how many of them there were. They're like 2 for $1. Then I was going to go to Walmart a little bit later and get this little cheap citrus juicer I saw for about 25 bucks. But and then as soon as when I do that, I'm gonna definitely take a stop and go heavy on the orange juice for a while. I juiced like 3 oranges I had left this morning just to kind of test it out, and I was like, oh my God, my body just said, huh? What is that? We haven't seen that in a while. It really liked the juice. That just felt, it was so good on my tongue. And I just, like 3 oranges was only probably about maybe 3 or 4 ounces. And it was just enough to tease and get me like wanting more. I cannot wait to sit and drink a 32 ounces of that stuff. Really good taste. I don't know. I'm going to talk to them. I'm not going to get my hopes up with any of this fruit around here. Everything's freaking inconsistent. I get hold of something. I got hold of mamey sapotes last summer here in my little town, and of course as soon as I start enjoying them, they disappear. Same with mangoes. I'm sure it'll be the same with those oranges. They'll be here for like a week, and then I'll be like, where's the Caracara oranges? Oh, there's no more of them. So you just kind of go with the flow, and if the rest of it runs out, hopefully the mango thing will keep going down there too. At the Asian market, they'll keep them coming in. They're from Ecuador. But yeah, that's just, I'm kind of just rambling, telling you specifics on food, but it all boils down to is I'm just going to basically eat fruit for a while and do lots of mono meals. Even, if I have the juice, if I have the mangoes, whatever, it's still going to be mono meals. There'll be a meal of bananas. There'll be a meal of mangoes. There'll be juice, orange juice, might eat some of them. I might just, for old time's sake, I might have to make 1 or 2 exceptions and have a bowl of bananas and mangoes, because I really do enjoy that combination. But yeah, you just go where, you go where the body tells you to go, or that's what I do. I've gotten to a place, and like it's kind of funny every once in a while, and I just play the big goofy person. Somebody will kind of throw shade at me, like make some kind of little snarky comment about, well, you're not eating as clean as you used to, or they'll be looking down that superior nose, and I'm like, man, I'll make you tap out. If eating this way was a MMA sport, I'd make you tap out if you really want to try. Come down to Costa Rica and we'll live on orange juice and sugarcane juice for 2 months. See how you do. But yeah, I mean, I don't care. And I have no guilt. When I say this isn't one of those, man, I've been kind of messing up and I've been eating things I shouldn't and I did that. No, screw that. That's weak. That's weak. I own everything I do. I'm conscious of every bite of food I put into my body. Some of the stuff I've even dabbled in while I'm here, I'm aware of at the time I'm eating it. Like, this is not stuff I'm meant to be eating. But in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm like, okay, well, let's do a little bit of research while you're here. Like, I have to play. When you live by yourself, you spend as much time in your own head as I do. You just have to play. So I dabble, and I'm like, okay, well, you've eaten this. You're in the States. You're eating some cooked food. Why don't you eat this and see how it does with your body? Like, for the first time ever, I had a pizza at Mellow Mushroom. I had a vegan pizza at Mellow Mushroom, real simple pizza. Vegan crust, vegan sauce, vegan cheese, very light, a few mushrooms on there. And it didn't, like, I don't have some tale of woe like I started spinning out and I'm like, oh dear God, I could never, I don't know what I was thinking, blah, blah, blah. But because I'm a little bit more rational and I evaluate things, I tried to be very thoughtful about it. I'm like, yeah, this is, it's not that great. It just slows me down a little bit. It's just not my food. Now, is that to say when I do these things, when I'm saying that, it's like never would do that again? No, but I know what's optimal for me, and I generally eat like that. So yeah, that's basically gonna be it. I'm just gonna go uber clean, uber simple for the next 2 months. And as I said just a little while ago, it's as freeing to the mind as it is to anything when you're not sitting around like, what are we gonna do tonight? What salad dressing, what this, what that, just boom. Just eating very simple from a few selected items. And once again, somebody will be like, oh, well, that's not very balanced. And the body goes through cycles. Like I say, won't do it forever. And I'm not even necessarily saying I'm going to eat just mono meals, just fruit, every single meal, every day from now until I go to Costa Rica. There'll be some exceptions. I'll throw some greens in, but definitely entering a much lighter, cleaner period. And I'm interested deepening the meditation with that. I'm interested to see kind of how my energy settles and where it goes. But anyhow, if anybody else wants to kind of get cleaner, follow along, follow me on Instagram. I share pretty much everything I eat over there. I'll skip a meal or two here or there, but between what I post in the day and my stories, I'm connected on Instagram all the time in real time. So hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.